So good morning, everyone, and welcome to the special meeting of the Toronto Seniors Housing Corporation. I want to welcome board members. We're meeting for a long time, many of us in person, and so those of you who are online, welcome as well, and welcome to our virtual attendees. My name is Farid Amin, and I have the privilege of chairing this committee. Before we get going, I just want to mention that July the 9th, 2025 marked the anniversary of the Responsible Personal Accessibility in Toronto Housing, which is better known as RPATH committee's funding. There will be a meeting next week, and TSHC and TSHC will be joining and celebrating this milestone. Today's meeting will be held mostly in camera, and then we'll come back into the public realm to approve any motion that we have agreed to as part of our in-camera or closed deliberations. We don't have any deputations today, so we should be able to move through the agenda as was circulated. I'll now proceed with our land and African ancestral acknowledgement. For the land acknowledgement, Toronto Seniors Housing Corporation acknowledges that we are on the traditional territory of the Wendat, the Haudenosaunee, the Anishinaabe, and Mississaugas of Credit First Nation, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. Toronto is home to a vast diversity of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis who enrich this city. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by DISH and One Spoon Wampum Treaty between the Haudenosaunee and the Anishinaabe nations, the Two-Row Wampum Treaty between the Haudenosaunee and the Dutch, as well as Treaty 13 and the Williams Treaties involving the Anishinaabe and the Crown. Toronto Seniors Housing is committed to reconciliation. We honor the land through our communities and programs that reflect and respect its heritage. Our land acknowledgement marks a small but key step in the process of reconciliation and building a positive relationship with Indigenous people. Now for the African ancestral acknowledgement, Toronto Seniors Housing Corporation acknowledges the racism and injustices faced by individuals who are brought to this land involuntarily, particularly those affected by the transatlantic slave trade. We acknowledge the experiences of Black peoples who arrived in Canada seeking a better life following the abolition of slavery by the British in 1834, while also recognizing the structural, systemic, and individual racism that he encountered, which continues to persist today. The racism culminated in the tragic destruction of Africville, which was one of the largest settlements of the Black community in Canada. Toronto Seniors Housing is committed to recognizing all forms of racism, especially anti-Black racism, and is actively working to combat these injustices. We will now proceed to item number 3, which is new business and the approval of the public meeting agenda. Are there any amendments to the agenda that was circulated? Seeing none, may I have someone move that the July 10, 2025 board public meeting agenda be approved as presented? Moved by Brenda, seconded by Linda. All in favor? With all in favor, be it resolved that the July 10, 2025 board public meeting agenda is approved as presented. Are there any conflict of interest? Seeing none, if something were to arise during the course of the meeting, please identify and we will address accordingly. So I'll now move to item number 5, which is a motion to move into closed session. May I ask someone to move that we transfer into closed session on the Toronto Seniors Housing Corporation Bylaw 1-2021, Section 4.19, subsection 1B and 1L.
So move, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Warren. Moved by Warren, seconded by Brenda. All in favor? That is approved. With all in favor, be it resolved that the board closed part of the meeting to the public is hereby approved. We'll now proceed to item number 6, which is the approval of the closed session. I'll give staff a few minutes to get us in camera.